Hello friends, myself Dr. Bobde DH from City Borough College Shirur, Department of Physics. As per now new syllabus of Savitribai Phule Pune University CBCS pattern, 5 experiments in the subject of physics have been introduced. Out of these 5 experiments, first experiment is the Young's modulus of glass material by Cornu's method. That experiment today we are going to discuss in detail its experimental setup, and up to calculation I am going to discuss all this experiment. For this purpose we are going to take the monochromatic source. That monochromatic source is a sodium source. Then this is the arrangement of the glass plate and the traveling microscope. Now we are going to take here one large glass plate that I have shown here, and one glass plate which is having very small dimension. This is the small glass plate. This glass plate should be exactly at the center of the large glass plate. I am going to place this one on the large glass plate. Then take the weights. One hanger is connected to the left side of the long one, and one hanger is connected to the right side of the long glass plate. This is our traveling microscope, and the total experimental setup is as like this one. Now I am going to discuss about how to take the readings of this one experiment. Actually, if we place the small glass plate over the large one, then the light is reflected from this one glass plate. This glass plate is through 45 degree. So when we arrange this one glass plate through 45 degree, then the reflection of light rays takes place from this one glass plate on the small glass plate. Okay, now due to the load at the both ends of the long glass plate, this glass plate gets bent. Due to bending, in between the small plate and large plate, there is a formation of the wedge-shaped air film. We have the theory about the wedge-shaped air film at SYBC in the interference chapter. So when the wedge-shaped air film formation takes place, then we have the fringes. Now at the both ends I have applied 100 gram weight. So we have obtained the fringes as like this one. Now I am going to add one more load towards left side, and I am going to add one more load of the 50 gram towards the right side. So if we add the load towards both sides, then again the bending of the long glass plate takes place, so as to there is increase in the wedge-shaped air film. So the pattern of the wedge-shaped air film changes. So due to change, again we measure the reading, that is number 2 towards right side, number 4 towards right side, then number 2 towards left side, and number 4 towards the right side. So these are the readings of number 2 and number 4 fringes at 150 gram load on both sides. Now again I am going to add one more load towards right side and one more load towards the left side. So I have added 50 gram towards left side. At the same time I am going to add 50 gram towards the right side. So the total load towards the both sides is approximately here towards right side 200 gram and towards left side 200 gram, that is 400 gram load is there. So again, due to increase in the load, the bending of the glass plate takes place so as to again these cornus rings gets shifted, and again we measure the reading for number 2 and number 4 towards right side, and number 2 and number 4 towards the left side. So these are the total 3 sets that I have taken. First one set I have taken at 100 gram towards right and left. Second one 150 gram towards right and left side, and third one set is 200 gram towards right side and left side. So I have measured these readings by the microscope. So through the microscope we observe the cornus rings. So these rings are observed, and the pattern of the rings is as like this one. Okay, now I am going to calculate the Young's modulus. So first one reading I have taken for the cornus rings is towards left side 5.4 centimeter, towards right side it is 4.55 centimeter. Then for fourth one ring I have measured, it is 5.65, and towards right side it is 4.35. Then after increasing load, number 2 ring is having reading 5.2 towards left side, and towards right side it is 4.45. Then for fourth one ring, left side reading is 5.43, and towards right side that reading is 4.22. Then again increasing the load, I have taken the readings for 2 and 4 number fringes. For number 2 fringe, left side reading is 5.075 and right side is 4.299. Then for fourth one it is 5.201, and towards right side it is 4.054. So these are the readings towards right side and left side. Then we measure the distance between the two fringes for number 2 and number 4. Then we measure the dn plus 1 square minus dn square. This is next one column. Then next one column is r, that is the radius of curvature of the plate. And finally we have one column, that is 1 by r. By taking all readings, we use the formula to measure the radius of curvature. That radius of curvature formula is dn plus s square minus dn square divided by 4 lambda s. And if we want to measure the Young's modulus of glass plate or glass material, then that formula is y is equal to 6gl divided by bd cube into m into r. So by using these two formulas, we can the radius of curvature and Young's modulus of the glass material. The radius of curvature is about that value is about 1912 centimeter, and the Young's modulus is about 11.5 into 10 raised to 11 dynes per centimeter. These values are by calculation. Now if we want to measure the Young's modulus by the graph, then we have to draw the graph. Along y-axis we take m value, and along x-axis we have to take 1 by r. We obtain the straight line, we measure the slope of the straight line, and by putting this slope in the formula we can measure the Young's modulus of the glass material. And by graph I have measured that Young's modulus, and it is 9 into 10 raised to 11 dynes per centimeter square. So this is the total experimental setup and explanation about the Young's modulus of glass by using the Cornus method or Cornus rings. Thank you.